is a bold decision. It was wise of him to invoke the old laws. Camelot will not dare to break them, and the men here will remain in Kuanakt. It's an ancient law. I am glad you chose to help him, even if Yvain does not return.
Always a pleasure to see you.
We're being watched. Strength of 100 men!
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy. Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. You brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always. My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done is against the laws of nature. You know how many brave knights we can find a way. With a sacrifice. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
He might have been. Merlin had many apprentices, and Nimue was the most gifted among them. It is possible Merlin forbade his students from speaking to me, but Orin seems devoted to a cause he believes in. You're more important than you think, in the end. Honestly, I remember what Merlin and I chose to do, but it seems even Orin wasn't certain of that.
Back to your hovel, coward! Invincible!
meet again, Lost Prince. I was mistaken about our previous encounter. I erred in thinking I had unraveled what the Pale Lady had, but I should have known better than to presume or anticipate I am tired, Prince. I am so terribly tired. Never imagined that such a moment could come. Oh, to accept that all things must finally fade. You meeting me. As I mentioned upon your first visit, I thought a fortunate weave of various events that, however, it turns out that I was meant to fulfill a specific role. To weave bridges between you and her despair. She used me. I see now that she seeks to restore the bonds that once were. The pain of a mother who has lost her child. For centuries, we never had to face loss. And then only by gazing upon you, human, to live in a world in which everything has to die. Her desire was to bring her son back. And anger, I don't want the weirdness. She hopes that by restoring her son's memory, she will finally bring him back. Yet she does not realize how daunting and impossible this challenge truly is. But those driven by despair rarely measure their actions with reason. Places like this one, or the one where we met before, were on their own there. Nothing more than aberrations twisted by the weirdness. To bridge your reality and ours, someone had to weave the passages. That someone was me. In both instances, I believed all my efforts were aimed at weaving a new Foredweller, but the truth was far from that. Since we lost the war against your kind, we retreated to Tuathan, severing ourselves from the rest of Avalon. All the while, the weirdness has continued to change. For centuries, places like this seemed lifeless. The Archspire was a bridge to the place where her son was born. In that cave, I wove the prints from the... It seems the place we stand in now was marked as the place where... I did not dare to peer beyond my... I feel that what lies ahead is bound to a profoundly intimate and ineffably personal aspect of the Pale Lady. It is between you and her. Prince, leave me behind. Hopefully that will...
There's no greater joy than watching how a son, born of desire, grows. There's no greater despair than watching how a son, born of one's own thought, perishes. And now you stand here, still torn, for you are not wholly him, my son. Yet there is a flicker of joy within me, for you carry the soul of an Arthur. This means the fragments of memory I want my son back. You walk your own path. I hope that's among them. However, I cannot impose my will upon you. It took me a long time to understand that not everything should be demanded by force. I believe so. And you, since my son's fate became entwined with that of Arthur, the King of Mortals, it is necessary to reconstruct the soul of the ruler whose essence you carry within your heart. You will also need the fragments of my son's memory. Beyond that, the Weaver may possess something helpful. He is no longer bound by the places I created for him. I have a feeling he may have returned to his workshop. The heart, a fragment of me. My tears seeped into your soil. The specter, the Red Death. Unintentionally, I could not have known the depths of pain wrought by the loss of a beloved child. When it started to spread, I couldn't find a way to stop it. I am so terribly sorry. Arthur believed that abandoning the homelands would stop the plague. The Red Church committed truly horrific acts in it. Yet, no matter what you humans do, and so... It is a tale about the Prince of the Foredwellers, Arthur. I met him during his journey. I gifted him with the sword. He is someone very dear to me. As you already know, we found a way to gaze upon the homelands. When one has to deal with entropy and decay, he must have desired to live the life of a human. Oh, the Weaver. I remember a living being. He always had a fondness for my child. In the homelands, I saw a powerful thing that we Four Dwellers lacked. It was love. We lived in a world where everything was potent and possible. It made us live a life where we were drowning in decadence. Our emotional structure was much less complicated than yours. Yes, I am fully aware that my will to bring Arthur to the shores of Avalon brought war and ruin. What would you have me? There are no proper words for this. Yes, although that was a horribly distorted part of me, now I feel more whole. One aspect of the potential of the weirdness is that it can serve as a tool. For that, I needed a craftsman. Every Four Dweller could manipulate the weirdness to some degree. He could harness that potential for something far, far greater. My skills lay elsewhere, to see a different world. A world without the weirdness. A single living organism. I feel that sometimes you do not realize just how extraordinary your land truly was. Are you sure? This may be our last meeting. I am... So, it is done. I am glad my heart could host you. You leave this place with another shard. Farewell.
Show me what you're made of.
A visitor? Will I need to carry the bones of my only companion to his resting place? I am Sir Bertilac, Wanderer. He is dear to me now. But long ago. But when I struck him down, and both tools in the hands of those with power. The Lady Morgaine had me believe I was meant to cut short the reckless, unruly ways of her brother's knight. She said she only wished to be heard. But is a only suffering? Give my dear Gawain, if you are the one the Lady Morgaine truly meant to punish. Now, so... will I...
Poor Sir Gawain. The knight who gave his life for the honor of his king. He didn't deserve to be forgotten. You've already met them all, I'm afraid. I'm the last. I'm the last remaining member of the guild. Well, until now. I was brought into the guild by Eleanor Dunn. She lived among us for many years. But when her beloved became one with the wordness, my people accepted their bond, but never her. So she left, and I followed her. I met a few more members as I traveled with her. But as long as one of us is still alive. A long life is a gift the wordness grants to many. Maybe I'll live only as long as I'm needed. Whatever the wordness will. It's a bit more complicated than that. It can be whatever we wish it to be. We are part of the wordness. Not as well as the Foredwellers once could. Sir Bertilac. There's no need to worry about him. I'm sure he and Sir Gawain will cross paths again. We all want peace, but it rarely comes easily. Sir Gawain will find his peace, as will you. A strong king means a strong Avalon. The wordness is like a web. Every soul wandering Avalon is one of those threads. King Arthur and his knights once brought peace to Avalon. Their very presence. Go and seek the next of the fallen.
I'd rather not speak of him. Morgaine and I was angry at her for humiliating me, yet he was never the perfect knight. Nor did he try to be. I should have taken more of an interest in his fate until I ran out of time.
You don't look too pleased. No, I may be old. He knew the First Knights personally. I think he missed them more but not the king. When it came to Arthur, he... Oh, so you've met him. You brought back his majesty. Ugh, he's such a miserable sod. He's a bitter man. We were brought together by a special kind of loneliness. And he may not be wrong. I couldn't. Well, you've seen it for yourself. He was always praised for his cunning and his devotion. But he was also a clever man, if he wishes to be left in peace. You've lit the way for some.
A truly fascinating man. He started out as a court jester. At first, I suspected he might be a spy for an enemy kingdom. Of course, he still could have been a spy. In time, though, he proved to be a loyal companion. Well, it didn't surprise me much. That was Dagonet through and through, even when it was my judgment he questioned. Only he and Palamedes ever dared to speak their minds openly in my presence. Dagonet was decidedly less diplomatic than Palamedes. Besides, from the start, I dare say,
Look, Raylan, the alchemist's little lady. So... Raylan. Not much. You heard him.
Double.
How?
He's right for.
You're lucky today, stranger.
non-Rita wandering through these frigid lands. Sit, if it pleases you. I'm an old Dalrita. I couldn't care less anymore. My advice, leave them be. I am Vati, not in my case. You, however, seem sharp, strong. Well, I'll be. And what do you need those a mission, you say? I'm afraid, however, that in this ruined village, Gerfan, Camelot, old Frode, Gunveldir chief, knew the Camelocians were coming. Now, his firstborn wages his own war in the south. They call him One-Eye now. Among the Dalrita, they look for yourself. A wakened giant would have been just another burden on their already troubled heads. Here? No. Folks lose their wits there. But then the Gunveldir decided to look after them. Gunveldir said, in return, Frode and his people thought moving the battle within the fortress walls would give them advantage. The only tribe living close enough were the Ulfar. Let the dead remain.
That's my role. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. You did it! Wonderful! I'm deeply grateful. Here's a reward for your efforts. Oh, and one more thing. You've already done so much. That said, the Guild has been trying to get in touch with Dolph Jonkheer for a while now. All I know is that he was supposed to be conducting research in the... I appreciate it. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious about this. Lately, situations like this have been happening, or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, crossing them results in a response from us. He's one of the senior members of the Guild. What's concerning? He's not familiar with the Dalraita tribe. The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelocian guilds isn't... Each of us has freedom in our research. All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. Hope you'll find...